Today's daily debate for the MMA Junkie radio team. Who is the greatest featherweight champion in UFC history? All right, goes. Your choices are Jose Aldo, Max Holloway, Conor McGregor. There ain't no other. Not at this point. There's no other. It's one of those three. And the voting is so balanced that it appears there won't be a wrong answer. I mean, this is subjective, but go ahead. Let's see you plead your case for one of these guys.
At the moment,
okay,
Max Holloway. Had you asked me this, I don't know, 5 months before, I might have still been able to make a case for Jose Aldo, even though he's lost to Max Holloway. What was hurting Max Holloway was just not having as many defenses as Aldo, not fighting for so long. But it really is hard when you do head-to-head. And then every time Jose Aldo loses from here on out, like the Volkanovski loss, that one stings a little bit. And I think Volkanovski's a great fighter, and I think he's going to be even better. So later on in history, that might prove as hey, that was a very, very tough customer. So I think this can actually kind of flip-flop as their careers continue. But right now, I got to go Max Holloway. Head-to-head twice is just hard to overlook, dude.
Okay, if you're caught up on head-to-head. What do you think of Conor McGregor and Max Holloway's head-to-head fight?
Conor McGregor, if you're going to talk about how many champions have there been in the history of the UFC, like that's easy, right?
A lot.
But what you need are title defenses. That's how you start to separate guys. Got none. So how could you possibly say he's the greatest
I didn't
ever?
hear you say that earlier, though. You were focused on head-to-head. What do you think of the head-to-head matchup between McGregor and Holloway?
I mean, yeah, all right. I get it, George. I get where you're going, but nah. I mean,
all right, I'll tell you
he's
what.
not even in the equation.
I'll tell you what.
No, it's no.
I'll leave that out of the equation. What do you think of the head-to-head between McGregor and Aldo?
Yeah, I get where you're going, George.
Holloway kind of took a while to
you're
get
not
past.
gonna, but you're not going to say
Holloway
Conor
took
McGregor.
a while to get past Aldo. McGregor handled him in 13 seconds.
You're being cute right now, but there's no way in hell that's your final answer.
That's my answer, Conor McGregor. And then you said something about a few months ago. You mean when Holloway tried to become the interim lightweight champion?
Hey, that's somewhere else.
What'd you think about when McGregor
else.
became the lightweight champion?
Nah, that's something else. We're not talking about that. If that were part of the argument, okay, I'll give it to you.
And I'll give you title defenses. Now, Aldo technically has more than Holloway, but Holloway's beaten him twice, and one of his title defenses was Aldo. So I get that. I'm conceding that. I'm not saying this guy's a lunatic. I'm not saying all that.
Let me ask you this.
But head-to-head, he's beaten both, not just one. He's beaten both. One of them he's starched. And, I mean, one of the reasons he doesn't have title defenses is because he went to try to become a champ, and he succeeded. So he could have stayed behind and maybe accumulated some title defenses, but he wanted to become a superstar in the sport, not just as a featherweight.
When you play somebody in a video game, all right, and you beat them, do you just say, all right, well, that's a wrap, everybody, and you walk away? No, right? Next thing somebody says is, now play me. Let's see if you're for real, right? It's never happened in that dude's career. How could you possibly say he's the best at that?
You mean the title defenses?
Yes, you gotta defend.
Because McGregor's record as a featherweight is pretty impressive. It's not just he beat Mendez, he beat Holloway, he beat Aldo, he beat Brandel.
Mendez is a little
Still won.
Yeah, I know, but still.
All right. Well, I'm surprised neither one of us actually backed out Aldo in this one, because Aldo had this crazy reign in WEC and the UFC. It's just that it was some injuries. He went these long spells. His wins were spectacular, but again, him not speaking English and not being over on this side of the Americas, I guess. I don't know if something was lost or what, but that dude was great, man.
Yeah.
Aldo was awesome, so dynamic. Look,
but
they're all really
hard
good.
To overlook.
And that's why this was a fun topic. Almost 4,000 votes came in. Most cited with goes. Max Holloway, 41%. Jose Aldo in second place, 34%. Conor McGregor in third place, 25%. And here, this guy put it best, except for just for the first sentence. At the maximum power says polls or whatever, and it's true. I mean, there's just so many different ways to argue this. But then he says it's 100% Jose Aldo Jr. The next guy says, excuse me, Andrew Jackson at Legelsman that's his Twitter handle. Voting for McGregor means you don't value fighting and just talking. A man with 0 defenses can't possibly be the greatest champion. Now, I would say if that's your criteria, just say your criteria. The rest, when you preface it like that, you are losing the opportunity for people that want to take you serious to take you serious. Because it's not just title defenses. I mean, that is a strong criteria in my opinion, but head-to-head is also a pretty strong one as well. And that's something McGregor can hang over.
It's
Holloway.
A huge part of it, George.
Yeah, I'll do one more here. This one.
If you're a race car driver and they go, man, this car's fast, but you want to churn, right? Like, it's a big component of it.
Say that again.
Race car driver. You get in the car and it goes really fast, but it doesn't churn. What good? What good is it?
Okay. I thought you said turn right. I was like, no, NASCAR always turns left. I got you. All right. At Mr. J831, let's play a game of test the casual fan out of the 3 men who has beaten the other 2 champions. That was his argument. All right. Thank you to Junkie Nation, the readers of the site, and the listeners of the show for voting. We really, really appreciate your support.